Second, Kobe's brand partnership agreements specify that only his wife and children can take over. If she remarries, it would mean she no longer meets these qualifications and will be seen as voluntarily giving up the brand partnerships.
You know, I don't hear nobody saying that. Now, you and I both know, if a black woman inherited a white man's estate and he had some old white parents, white folks would be all over the media shaming them. All over the media shaming them. But because Kobe Bryant's parents are black, Vanessa's not black, nobody's coming to his family's defense.
Vanessa Bryant could lose control of Kobe's entire empire just for getting married again. According to new reports, Kobe's will includes a remarriage clause, a legal condition that would cut Vanessa off from managing his estate the moment she ties the knot with someone else. And with pregnancy rumors already heating up, especially after this blurry clip started making rounds online, people are now wondering if she quietly got married just to keep control of Kobe's estate. Now, we're not talking about a few endorsement deals or leftover savings. Kobe's estate is worth over $600 million, from Nike contracts and sports investments to his media company and the Mamba Foundation. And if that clause gets triggered, everything he left behind shifts out of Vanessa's hands instantly. Let's break down what's really going on. As y'all already know, Kobe Bryant's estate is massive, worth over $600 million. But what most people don't realize is that Vanessa Bryant could lose control of all of it just by getting remarried. Yeah, seriously. According to legal insiders, Kobe's will includes something called a remarriage clause. And what that means is simple. The moment Vanessa legally marries someone else, she no longer has authority over the estate he left behind. And this isn't just legal talk. Fans have already caught on, and now TikTok is flooding with reactions. Here's one clip that breaks it down, and it's going viral for a reason.
Second, Kobe's brand partnership agreements specify that only his wife and children can take over. If she remarries, it would mean she no longer meets these qualifications and will be seen as voluntarily giving up the brand partnerships.
So yeah, if that clause kicks in, everything Kobe built, the brand, the money, the power, shifts into a trust. Now don't get it twisted. This isn't about taking care of the little ones or making sure they're provided for. It's about who's in control, who makes decisions about Kobe's name, his businesses, his foundations, all of it. And once that marriage license gets signed, Vanessa loses that position. She wouldn't be in charge of future deals. She wouldn't run the Mamba Foundation. She wouldn't get to decide what happens with anything tied to Kobe's brand. The money stays in the family, but the power, that's gone. And that's exactly why the internet has been spiraling lately. Because if Vanessa has been seeing someone quietly, or if she's already made things official, this clause could already be in effect. And just when that started gaining traction, another rumor came in and turned everything upside down. People think Vanessa might be pregnant. Now this is the clip that blew everything up. Vanessa showed up to a Lakers charity gala with her hand resting right on her stomach. Watch closely, it's subtle, but it was enough to set the internet on fire. Next thing you know, TikTok turned into a full-blown investigation. People were slowing down the footage, zooming in on every angle, analyzing her outfit like it was a maternity scan. Why the loose dress? Is that a bump? Was she holding her stomach differently last month? Eventually, Vanessa did respond in the most Vanessa way possible. She hopped on Instagram and posted a meme of Rihanna. Not just any Rihanna pic, one where she's wearing goggles, flipping the bird, with a caption that read, "Me protecting my peace. Not pregnant and having fun all summer. Short, sharp, very clear." She followed that up with another meme that said, "I'm not mean. I'm just not the one." So yeah, message received. But did that stop the rumors? Absolutely not. Because once the internet smells drama, they don't just move on quietly. The memes were everywhere. People were reposting the clip, comparing photos from different angles. Some people called her out, saying she was just trying to throw people off. Others said she shouldn't have to explain herself at all. But either way, the story didn't die. Because now, it wasn't just about whether Vanessa was pregnant. It was about why she would post a response like that if there wasn't something to hide. Then came the twist, a theory that made the whole thing even messier. Some people are saying Vanessa might have already gotten married, or maybe signed some kind of legal partnership just to protect the little one. Because as mentioned earlier, under Kobe's will, there's that remarriage clause. If she's legally married again, she risks losing control of the estate. And if a young'un is born outside of marriage, that could complicate things even more. So rumor has it, she made it official in secret before anyone could notice the bump, just to protect the little one's name and future. Crazy? Maybe. But people are out here connecting dots like it's a true crime series. Now, it's been 5 long years since the crash. And for the city of Los Angeles, Kobe's presence is still everywhere. New murals still pop up every month. Fans leave candles like clockwork. Jersey numbers, gold roses, Black Mamba tributes. You'd think it happened yesterday. And in LA, that love shows up loud. Just take a look at this tribute that's been drawing crowds lately.
You got to look at the reality of the situation. Like for me, it's not, you kind of got to get over yourself.
But behind all that love, there's pressure. Because while most of the world has moved on, some people expect Vanessa Bryant to stay frozen in time. No new relationships, no new chapters, just endless grief, as if that's what it means to be loyal. But not everyone sees it that way. Some fans are speaking up, and they're not holding back. She's a widow. She can do whatever she wants. Let this woman alone. We don't know if she's pregnant, but if she is, that's her business, her life. Kobe's been gone 5 years. LA doesn't get to judge her life. And honestly, they've got a point. Vanessa never asked for this spotlight. She didn't chase fame. She didn't chase money. She was Kobe's wife. She became a mother. Then, in one moment, she became a widow. But still, there are people online acting like her life is theirs to control. Like she owes the world a version of grief that never ends. But let's be real. A lot of this outrage is about the estate. Now, if Vanessa really is about to lose control of the estate, that raises a big question. Who's next in line? Well, it looks like that responsibility could land on one person, Kobe and Vanessa's oldest daughter, Natalia Bryant. Natalia just graduated from USC with honors. She's only 21, but already people are saying she's quietly preparing to carry the family legacy. And honestly, it shows. She's been stepping into more public spaces, brand deals, events, fashion weeks. She's represented her father at tributes, like this powerful moment right here, where Natalia honored Kobe at the iconic handprint and footprint ceremony in Hollywood.
Good morning. I'm honored to be here today to recognize the man that we all knew and love, my dad, Kobe Bryant. As his daughter, I got to see firsthand all the behind the scenes that he put work in.
And behind the scenes, insiders say she's been sitting in on meetings, learning, listening, getting ready. Some even think Vanessa's been grooming her for this moment for years. Not in a forced way, but in a way that protects the family from outsiders. Because if that estate really does move out of Vanessa's hands, Natalia could be the one holding it down. And let's be real, she's already had to grow up way too fast. First, losing her father and little sister. Then, watching her mom get picked apart by the media. And now, possibly stepping into the role of the Bryant brand's quiet protector. It's a lot to carry, especially when you're barely out of college. Still, all of this begs the question, where's the rest of the Bryant family in all this? Because while Natalia is stepping up, some people are noticeably missing. And yes, I'm talking about Kobe's family. The truth is, the relationship between Vanessa and the Bryants has been rocky for years, and right now, it looks colder than ever. Because when Natalia walked that graduation stage a few weeks ago, Kobe's parents were nowhere to be seen. No flowers, no photos, no congratulatory post, just silence. And it didn't go unnoticed. And here's the clip that had everyone talking. Natalia graduating with no sign of her grandparents in the crowd. Now, people are saying this might be more than just distance. It might be straight up tension over the estate. Word is, Kobe's parents have been upset about Vanessa's control of his fortune since day one. They reportedly feel like they've been shut out, not just emotionally, but financially too. They even had to sell Kobe's championship rings just to survive. And that move, it raised a lot of eyebrows. And this isn't just internet gossip. Even public figures have spoken on it. Here's what Dr. Umar said in an interview that's been making the rounds again lately, and it pulls no punches.
I don't hear nobody saying that. Now, you and I both know, if a black woman inherited a white man's estate and he has some old white parents, white folks would be all over the media shaming them. All over the media shaming them. But because Kobe Bryant's parents are black, Vanessa's not black, nobody's coming to his family's defense.
So yeah, the tension is real, and it didn't start yesterday. This family drama goes way back, from lawsuits over memorabilia to public fallouts and years of silence. And now, with this remarriage clause hanging over everything, Kobe's parents might want Vanessa to step down. Because the second she does, control of the estate doesn't go to them, it goes to the kids. And if they can get closer to the little ones, that's a whole new kind of influence. Now this whole mess goes back to one thing, that remarriage clause. We already know the deal, Vanessa gets married, she loses control. But here's the twist, the shift happens immediately. No grace period, no second chances. Now does that mean Vanessa would be broke? Of course not. She's still got her own money. There's likely spousal support and preset funds in her name, but what she would lose is control. She wouldn't have a say in what gets released under Kobe's name. She couldn't approve business deals, documentaries, sneakers, or charities tied to the brand. Even things she helped build, like the Mamba line, could be run without her. So yeah, this clause changes everything. The question is love worth the trade? What if Vanessa really is in love again? Like genuinely, quietly, carefully. After everything she's been through, what if she's finally ready for a second chance at peace? Because let's be honest, she's already survived the worst. She's lost her husband, her daughter. She's been dragged online for how she grieved, how she dressed, how she moved. And through all of it, she's kept it together. No tell-alls, no interviews, no drama, just quiet strength and focus. And you can even go online and check. There's very few interviews of Vanessa Bryant. Now everyone's asking, who's the man behind the rumors? Who could Vanessa possibly be risking it all for? Because for some people, it's not enough to whisper about pregnancy. They want to put a face and a name to the man who could be standing next to Vanessa and possibly replacing Kobe. Now a few names have floated around, but the one that just won't go away, Pau Gasol. And honestly, it's not hard to see why. Pau didn't just show up after the crash. He's stayed. He's gone to birthdays, holidays, family vacations. He sends flowers on Gigi's birthday. He checks in with the girls. He even named his daughter after Gigi. That's not just love, that's loyalty. And the internet noticed, every time Vanessa posts a tribute and Pau's in the background, people start connecting dots. Here's a clip of Pau stepping in for Kobe. Now let's be clear, Pau is married, publicly, happily. There's never been anything official between him and Vanessa. No leaks, no soft launch selfies, nothing confirmed. But that hasn't stopped people from wondering, because when a man shows up for a widow, year after year, in quiet and consistent ways, it makes people ask questions. Is it friendship, or is it something more? Nobody knows for sure. But here's where things take a left turn, because Pau isn't the only name floating around. Now some fans are pointing fingers at Celtics star Jaylen Brown, yes, him, saying he might actually be the one who got Vanessa pregnant. The rumor? That they've been seeing each other on the low, and that the baby bump is Jaylen's. It started with a few blurry photos and timeline overlaps, but then TikTok took over, and the theories got wild. Here's one fan's take that's been going viral lately.
TikTok, I find this hard to believe. The rumors are Vanessa Bryant allegedly is pregnant with Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics.
Now look, I don't know if any of that's real, but what makes this rumor hit so hard is what it would actually mean. So now the question isn't just who she might be with, it's what that choice could cost her. Because love, real love, sounds beautiful. But in Vanessa's world, it could mean walking away from everything she's spent the last 5 years protecting. That includes Kobe's name, his brand, his unfinished work, the foundation, the legacy, the empire. And after everything she's carried, the lawsuits, the public grief, the pressure to stay strong, wouldn't she deserve the peace that comes with moving on? Maybe that's why this rumor is hitting people so hard. Because it forces them to admit something they've been avoiding, that Vanessa might not want to live in the past anymore, that she might be ready to put herself first, And for a woman who's only ever been seen as Kobe's wife, Kobe's widow, Kobe's everything, that kind of move feels almost rebellious.